What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response, and I always talk about the Democrats, right? It is ironic to me that the Democrats are named the Democrat Party because they are very anti-democratic. Just look at what they've done with Kamala Harris. They just installed Kamala Harris. They're acting like the campaign is the same thing as the presidency. Well, it's not. Let me ask you guys this before y'all turn off the video and go to somewhere else. Answer me this down in the comments section right quick. If Donald Trump, let's just say he picked J.D. Vance already, and Donald Trump got assassinated, would you expect J.D. Vance to pick that ball up and take off and run as president? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'm sure you know mine. Let's go ahead and get into the story. Democrats tried to block Green Party from presidential ballot in Wisconsin, citing legal issues. And it's so funny. It is so funny because the legal issues are the same issues that the Democrats created. These people are so anti-democratic. They're authoritarians, and they hide their authoritarianism really well. Really, really well. You got to dig deep to find it. Let's get it, though. An employee of the Democratic National Committee filed a complaint Wednesday seeking to remove the Green Party's presidential candidate from the ballot in Wisconsin, arguing that the party is ineligible. All right, like, who is somebody from the Democrat Party to determine that somebody else from a totally different political party is ineligible, right? Who is that? Who are they to determine that? Shouldn't that be some of the state officials to determine that? Wouldn't you think? You would think that, right? But no, it's somebody. But you know, another thing, you see, I covered all these lawsuits that are brought by the Democrat Party to keep people off the ballot. They do all kinds of lawsuits to keep people off the ballot. RFK Jr. has had to fight tooth and nail to stay on the ballot. In every single state, he's had to fight tooth and nail. He is still fighting tooth and nail to get on the ballot in some places. He's been successful. He's got a lot of money behind him, so he can pay for these lawsuits. It's just insane. And guess what? It's every single story I've covered. I don't know if every single one is all Democrats, but every one that I've seen, I haven't seen a single lawsuit from the Republican Party against RFK Jr. or against any other candidate from any other party. Haven't seen a single freaking one. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I haven't seen them. And I read the news, folks. You would figure that if they were involved in some of these stories that I have covered, that they would state that in the story. You can better believe if the corporate press catches wind that Republicans are trying to keep somebody off the ballot, you can better believe they're going to try to paint the Republicans as evil and villainous as they can. I can guarantee you, if Republicans sue to keep Jill Stein, which is the Green Party's candidate, off the ballot somewhere, you can bet the corporate press is going to smear Republicans to kingdom come. I haven't used that term in a long time. They're going to smear the hell out of Republicans for doing that. Call it anti-democratic, but when Democrats do it, oh, well, it's just state issues. They're ineligible because of laws. Yeah, laws that the Democrats wrote up for this very reason. Some of these rules are insane, y'all. Just outright insane. It's the latest move by the DNC to block third-party candidates from the ballot. Democrats are also seeking to stop independent Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in several states. The Green Party's appearance on the presidential ballot could make a difference in swing state Wisconsin, where 4 of the past 6 presidential elections have been decided by between 5,700 and about 23,000 votes. Jill Stein is expected to officially become the Green Party's presidential nominee at its national convention, which begins Thursday, which is today. The Associated Press left email messages with the Green Party and Stein's campaign Wednesday afternoon. No response, I guess. The last time Stein was on the ballot in Wisconsin for the Green Party was in 2016 when she got just over 31,000 votes, more than Donald Trump's winning margin that year of just 23,000 votes. Some Democrats blame Stein for helping Trump win the state and the presidency. And there you go, folks. That's what it is. I can bet you that is what is behind all of this. They know that RFK Jr. is going to take more votes away from Joe Biden or Kamala Harris now. They know that. He's not going to take many votes away from Trump. So they're fighting tooth and nail to keep him off the ballot. That's anti-democratic, y'all. These people get up there and virtue signal constantly about democracy. Oh, they're a threat to democracy, while actively undermining the very democracy that they're talking about this other person is threatening. Actively undermining it constantly. Just look at what they've done to Trump. Right? They've gone after him politically through the judicial system. That should be unconscionable in this country. Should be, but it's not. That's what they've done. They've created these made-up charges that's just outright BS because he decides to challenge an election through the court system. So they're like, oh, he's trying to overturn an election. He's trying to take it away from us. He's trying to steal the election. Oh, we can't be having all that, folks. Oh, he took presidential records home. Oh, well, let's charge him with espionage for doing so. And not charge Joe Biden for doing a lot worse, if you ask me. The Bipartisan Elections Commission in February unanimously approved ballot access for the Green Party's presidential nominee this year because the party won more than 1% of the vote in a statewide race in 2022. Green Party candidate Cheryl McFarland got nearly 1.6% of the vote in a four-way race for Secretary of State, coming in last. But the complaint filed with the commission by a DNC employee alleges that the Green Party can't nominate presidential electors in Wisconsin, and without them, they are forbidden from having a presidential candidate on the ballot. That is a ridiculous reason to try to keep somebody off the ballot, right? Oh, but they can't make it, they can't vote for any electors, so let's just keep them off the ballot because they can't win anyway. Well, if they can't win anyway, what are you doing here? Why are you wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on a lawsuit, possibly millions of dollars on a lawsuit to keep these people off the ballot? Yeah, that's something else we don't talk about a lot. The DNC, they're taking in donations from Democrat voters to file these lawsuits to keep people off the ballot because they're worried. They're worried about losing the election. This is just some made-up BS that the Democrats put into play. They make these laws, Democrat and Republicans. I'm not going to lie, Republicans do this too, just not nearly to the extent that the Democrats do. They make up these requirements to get on the ballot. They make them so hard for independent candidates and third-party candidates and all this garbage to get on the ballot that it's damn near impossible, right? Like some of the signatures to get on the ballot in some of these states for independents is 10 times more signatures than it is for Democrats and Republicans. It's outright insane. And some of the other requirements like this, like having X amount of electors, X amount of Green Party electors. That's not how this should work, by the way. That is not how this should work. The electors should vote with the populace. If the population votes for this person, that's who the electors should vote for. If they just so happen to vote for the Green Party, that's who the electors should vote for. You shouldn't have Green Party legislators and judges and all this because that's who does the electors. Shouldn't have all these people that are Green Party candidates just to be able to get on the ballot. That's insane to me. That is outright insane to me. Maybe I'm not understanding how all this works, but I researched this a little bit, and yeah, that's just crazy. I'm sorry. That is very unfair to a third-party candidate. It ensures we'll never have more than two parties because the Democrats and Republicans make it so hard to come out as an independent or a libertarian or constitutional party, whatever. They make it so hard to get on as one of these parties that it's not worth it. You got to spend much more money. You got to spend loads more money. You got to get loads of more signatures. It's just crazy. It's unfair as hell. And it's anti-democratic. State law requires that those who nominate electors in October be state officials, which includes members of the legislature, judges, and others. they could also be candidates for the legislature. The Green Party does not have anyone who qualifies to be a nominator and therefore can't legally name a slate of presidential electors as required by law, the complaint alleges. Because the Green Party could have mounted write-in campaigns for legislative candidates in Tuesday's primary, but did not. The complaint could not have been brought any sooner than Wednesday, the filing alleges. We take the nomination process for president and vice president very seriously and believe every candidate should follow the rules. Yeah, the insane rules that you guys make up for these people to follow. And it's not the same rules for Democrats and Republicans, by the way. Adrian Watson, senior advisor to the DNC, said in a statement, because the Wisconsin Green Party hasn't fielded candidates for legislative or statewide office and doesn't have any current incumbent legislative or statewide office holders, it cannot nominate candidates and should not be on the ballot in November. What are these people doing? This is not the first time the Green Party's ballot status has been challenged. In 2020, the Wisconsin Supreme Court kept the Green Party presidential candidate off the ballot after it upheld a deadlocked Wisconsin Elections Commission, which couldn't agree on whether the candidates filed proper paperwork. This year, in addition to the Republican, Democrat, and Green parties, the Constitution and Libertarian parties also have ballot access. The commission is meeting on August 27th to determine whether 4 independent candidates for president, including RFK Jr., Cornel West, meet the requirements to appear on the ballot. The DNC employees asked that the commission also consider its complaint at that meeting as well. So they're trying to put their foot in the door where it don't even belong. That's crazy. There are signs in some swing states, including Wisconsin, that those behind third-party candidates are trying to affect the outcome of the presidential race by using deceptive means and in most cases in ways that would benefit Trump. That's what. See, this is so insane to me. What are they doing? This is some conspiracy theory in their head that the Green Party and Libertarian candidates and RFK Jr. are trying to come in to help Trump. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my goodness. This is insane to me. I mean, am I going like too hard on this? Is this not insane to you guys as well? This blows my freaking... It shouldn't. So you mean to tell me the only reason you're bringing these lawsuits is because you think that Jill Stein is trying to help Donald Trump get elected? That's what the corporate press and these people are trying to tell us. So just to let you know, Democrats, where your campaign donations go to when you donate to Act Blue, yeah, it goes to stuff like this, right? So they can file lawsuits because of some grand conspiracy theory that they have going on in their head. So they can be authoritarians and keep people off the ballot. That's insane. Their aim is to offer left-leaning, third-party alternatives who could siphon off a few thousand protest votes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, right. The latest Marquette University Law School poll conducted July 24th through August 1st showed the presidential contest in Wisconsin between Democrat Kamala Harris and Donald Trump to be about even among likely voters. Stein barely registered with about 1% support, while Kennedy had 6%. The complaint was filed by David Strange, Deputy Operations Director in Wisconsin for the DNC. Oh my goodness. These people just blow my freaking mind constantly with their antics. They're anti-democracy. They're just everything anti. They're anti-everything. Trump deranged, cynical losers who will take your campaign donations and funnel it through the court system to keep people off the ballot, to give you guys less choices in November. This is insane to me because they're so worried about Donald Trump's authoritarianism that they're willing to throw away any principles that they had and become authoritarians that they fear Donald Trump is, just to keep Donald Trump from the White House, folks. That's what they're doing. That is evil to me. Right? Grains of sand added to the heap. All these little bitty things that they're doing, like if you saw my last video, the communism being brought by Kamala Harris. Yeah, she went full communist, by the way. It's just crazy, man. Like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. not even trying to hide it. And they think people like me aren't going to notice this. No, what they're hoping is low IQ people out there that don't know and don't care, don't give a damn even if you tell them the truth. Right? Like, we know the corporate press lies constantly. That's why so many people hate Donald Trump. I can guarantee you, if the corporate press didn't lie so much about Donald Trump, he would win in a freaking landslide all day long. All day long. But they lie. They have to lie. Because they can't allow him to win. Because they know he's popular. They know he's going to do a good job. He's going to buck the system. He's going to buck the establishment and come after those people in power who are keeping everybody down. I know that's a bit Marxist. Oppressor versus oppressed. I know that. But that's what the establishment does, folks. And that's what we need to fight against. The establishment. Which is the Democrats right now. And the Republicans. They are the ones who make these ridiculous rules for third parties and independents to get on the ballot, to give us more choices. We need more choices, by God. You go put a poll out there, I say, bet most people don't like the choice between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. They're going to vote for one or the other one. You know, now we've got RFK Jr. on the ballot. A lot of people are going to vote for him just because they're not Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I think Trump is the only one that makes sense. Sure, he's got some issues. He's got some problems. And, hey, we can discuss that down in the comment section if you want. But when it comes to compared to Kamala Harris, no, disastrous. We've had a disastrous 4 years. This past 4 years of Joe Biden. We don't need 4 more years of this. Estimated... I made a personal estimate the other day. If Kamala Harris wins, we'll have upwards of 40 million criminal aliens in this country. That's an insane amount of criminal aliens in this country. It's just crazy. I don't think we can handle subsidizing criminal aliens, for crying out loud. That's just crazy, but I've gotten off topic, but I think I've rambled on for long enough. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. Do you not find this very anti-democratic? Let me know what you think. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.